watching Yoga with Marcie, and I'm Marcie. In today's video, we are going to kick off the 30-day Sun Salutation Challenge. And what is this challenge? I'm going to start off on day 1 today with 1 Sun Salutation, day 2, 2 Sun Salutations, etc. until we get all the way up to day 30, where I'm doing 30 Sun Salutations in a row. Can I do this? Don't know. But I know I can do 1 Sun Salutation, so we'll start with that. Because 1 Sun Salutation won't take that long, we will do a regular practice around that. As well, once we get up to doing more of them, don't know how long they'll take me, but it may be the majority of the practice later in the month. But we want to get stronger, we want to get our arms stronger, our body, our core stronger, so we're going to give it a go. Before we get into that, let's do a few seated poses. We're going to do bound ankle pose, our feet together here. And we're going to try to sit up tall, not hunch over our backs, best we can. Take a few deep breaths. Kind of get us in our mood for practice. Then we're going to cross one of your legs. I'm going to cross my right leg underneath my left leg. And do the same thing where we want to sit up tall. This you think of as just regularly sitting cross-legged. But you'll see the next one once we switch. It feels weird. If you're used to doing sitting cross-legged one way, it feels really weird sitting the other way. Keep our backs nice and straight, best we can. And switch sides, so then I'm gonna put my left leg underneath, and it just feels so weird, I can't get my leg down because it's just very unnatural. But that's okay. So we're still gonna put your hands on your knees, just rest them on your thighs or knees, and keep our backs up straight. Okay, we're going to get on our hands and knees. Just do a couple cat-cows just to get us warmed up. If you know anything about me, you know I love cat-cows. They're just so relaxing. The first time I ever did one, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't even need any anxiety medicine. Let me just do some cat-cows. I don't know if they're that relaxing for you, but they really are for me. Okay, now before we get into our first downward dog, we're going to do a thread the needle, where you stay in this general position, take your right arm, go through, put your head to the ground, and this will just give that back kind of a stretch. If you have any back pain like me, this might be quite a bit of a stretch. Try to take a couple deep breaths here. Okay, we'll bring ourselves back up, switch sides, our left arm through, our head on the ground here. I always forget to breathe when I do yoga, and that's the most important part. So if you remember to breathe, good job. Okay, now let's make our way into our first downward dog. Take our dog for a walk. I'm gonna have my feet meet my hands up here and go all the way up because we want to do our 1 Sun Salutation. Literally, I'll be like, oh, this is not that hard because it's 1, and then I get to 30. I don't know, but that's a while from now, so we'll deal with that when we get to there. Let's continue our warm up and get our blood flowing, get moving a little bit with a sun salutation. Standing nicely here in mountain pose. Hands overhead to forward fold. Look up for a flat back. Go back into forward fold. Get into our downward dog. Out to plank. Lower ourselves down to the ground. Lift up for a cobra pose. This really strengthens your shoulders up here. And then lift ourselves back up into downward dog. Then we'll have, like we did before, our feet meet our hands. We'll look up for a flat back. Forward fold again. And big arms overhead. Done. See? That's easy. This is an easy challenge, right? Well, if you only do that, I guess it's easy. Okay. So, I know, I'm already gonna take a water break. Water is good for you. Okay, let's do some flow. See what we can do today. Okay, so we're gonna invent a flow on one side, and then we'll do it on the other side. Okay, so, I guess just to get back into downward dog, we'll just do our forward fold, and then get back into downward dog. And then you're gonna wanna lift your right leg up for a dog split, and then have your knee come through here, have your foot come up here best you can, and then we're gonna stay here for a low lunge. And we're gonna come up. We're gonna fall over apparently. I think this is for a crescent lunge. Whew, this is difficult. Okay. And we're gonna go twist this way for warrior 2. I guess I could have done warrior 1. Yeah, we can do that. Is that any different than, I don't know what I was doing. Whatever. Okay, so we're gonna do this warrior 2. Our side angle pose. The triangle. We're gonna go back down, and we'll make this one more difficult because we're gonna go down to plank. Lower ourselves to the ground. Lift up for cobra pose. And back into downward dog. Okay, let's repeat that on the other side. Okay, left leg up, dog split. Our knee goes through into low lunge. Up into our crescent lunge. Whoa. I'm so like not balanced. Some breathing along the way. Go rotate into our warrior 2. Oh, my thighs hurts already. Into side angle pose. See, there's lots of complaining in this yoga practice because I am not in yoga shape, but we're gonna get there. Into triangle pose. Then we're gonna go down, back down to plank, lower ourselves down to the ground. Up for cobra pose, lift ourselves up for cobra. And back into downward dog. Okay, so I'm going to take a child's pose. My knees down. Our knees spread, our feet together at the back, and then we'll just lay our heads down here. Have a little rest. Now I just want to like go to sleep, but we're not going to do that. So, okay. So now we need to get back up to standing. So we'll get back in our downward dog. Then we'll have our feet go to the center of the mat, meet our hands. Just big arms just to get up. Okay. So I'm going to try half moon pose. I don't know if you've tried this before. We're going to try it with the block to start, and then we'll see if we can do it without. Don't know if I can or not. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so for half moon pose, we're going to start with our right leg next to the block here. Could be a little farther away. It doesn't have to be that close. And then I'm going to put my left hand on my hip. Kind of keep my leg not completely locked, but not completely bent, kind of just like loosely bent like this. And then I'm going to put this leg up and then put my hand up. I don't know where you're supposed to look, but you can look wherever you want, I guess. It's helpful. This hair is in my way. Okay. And we're going to do a little pyramid pose in between. If we're done pyramid pose, we'll fall over. There you look up. They're like, kind of like, you can be between it. The blocks are right behind. We're going to look up like this. And we'll switch legs. You don't have to do the jumping thing. You can just keep your leg, and you can just switch legs like that, just by walking them. But our goal is to kind of get that stretch in our thighs, and then also try to keep our back as straight as possible. I'll do one more on each side. Okay. Now we're going to do half moon on the other side. So we're going to have our left leg kind of, I don't know, maybe like a foot's width away from our block, with our block on its highest height. I'm exhausted. Are you exhausted? Okay, we can do it though. Okay, so we're going to lean over here, get our leg up, with our hand going to the ceiling, and you can look wherever you like. I don't really like looking up, like, makes me dizzy. So just look wherever feels comfortable for you. Okay, we'll do a couple pyramids on this side. Whoa. And I didn't even count on the other side how many I did, so this will probably be uneven. That's okay. Okay, let's do one more on each side. I don't know about you, my legs are burning. Okay, enough of that. I guess we will do one more thing, but we're not going to do the pyramids again, because that was too much. We're going to try to do half moon without the blocks, And if you try it without the blocks, it just doesn't work for you, then just do it with the blocks. I don't even know if I can do it without, but we're gonna give it a try. But we're not doing those pyramids again. My legs can't handle that. Okay, so half moon without the blocks. Similar, except for instead of reaching your hand down on the block, you're gonna reach your hand down on the floor. Let's get this hair out of the way. Okay, get my balance here. Just I guess we're getting a delivery. Fun stuff. Okay, we'll do for our little intermission here. We'll do a forward fold, trying to bend at the waist. And then we'll have hands on opposite elbows. We'll do a little rocking back and forth. Okay, let's do half moon on the other side. With or without the block, whatever feels good for you. Get our foot stance here. Get ourselves bent over. Whenever you feel ready, put your hand up. You can also just keep your hand on your hip if that feels better for you. This side feels so wobbly. Okay, focus, Marcie. Focus. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, goodness. Oh. So one sun salutation is pretty hard, huh? I guess when you add it with a bunch of other stuff. Okay, let's kind of getting down into some wind down poses because I'm pretty tired. So I'm gonna get into a downward dog. Our right leg up, our dog split, and then this is just so we can bring our leg through, so we can do pigeon pose. You can come in, Rayleigh. Rayleigh, come here. Did you bark? What was you barking at? Do you know? No. Was you protecting Mama house? She thinks so. You're silly. She's just so helpful, you know. So helpful, really. Are you going to do your pigeon pose too? No. She said no. She's just going to sit there and look at me until I pet her. I can't pet you though, Rayleigh. I'm doing pigeon pose. I need both hands for this, or else I'll fall over. And this is the one where sometimes I do the variation where I go down, and sometimes I have my leg up as well. You can do whatever variation feels best for you. I'm going to get back into downward dog. Left leg up, dog split. We'll have our leg come through here. Have other side of pigeon pose. They can't see me, Rayleigh, because you're in the way. I don't need your kisses. She said she doesn't actually like giving kisses. She only does it because she wants something. Like, she's like, oh, if I like you, will you pet me? Will you give me a cookie or something? Oh, did you see that? Cookie? Her ears are perked up. I'm going to have to give her one after this, after I say it so many times. Rayleigh, you want a cookie? Silly. You want to see Grandpa? She likes Grandpa too. Anyway, this is what I do. I have full conversations with my dog because I have no one else to talk to here. So I just talk to the dog. You gotta lay down? No. Okay, because that would be helpful. Okay, back into downward dog. Let's do one last dog walk of the day. Let's come down on our knees. Let's do another child's pose. Knees spread to the edge of the mat. Your heels or whatever toes touching at the bottom. Really, literally, I can't see it. I don't think they can see me at all. All I can see is a dog. That's fine, because I'm sure that's why you clicked on this video, so you could just see dog butt. Thanks, Riley. Okay, we're going to come up to sitting. We're going to do staff pose. Just our legs straight out. And then trying to keep our back straight, similar to what we were doing with the bound ankle pose and cross-legged earlier. We wanted to keep our back straight, and we're going to continue to do that in staff pose. Even though, again, it might look easy, it's so easy to just like hunch over. It's much harder to keep your posture like this, especially if you have any kind of back pain. Okay, I'm going to put one leg in, sit up like we did, and we're going to try to fold at the waist. I don't remember whether like one-legged forward fold or something. I don't know what this is called. Something like that. Oh my god, I'm so sweaty. Okay, go back up, switch legs. Make sure our posture is nice and good. Fold at the waist. I'm gonna do one more bound ankle just to get our posture nice and tall. Okay, we're gonna lay on our backs. Don't get too comfortable. We're gonna do a couple poses first. The first one we're gonna do with our left leg down, right leg up. We're going to kind of, you can stretch or lift your leg as high as it feels good. You can put your, your hand on your quad here or on your calf or wherever feels good for you. We're gonna switch legs. It's always so funny how like different sides feel so much better. I was like, oh, I can stretch this leg way farther. So weird. But then like my left ankle is so weak. I do the half moon or tree pose or whatever. My left ankle is like, I'm weak. I don't know why though, because it's like, yeah, I'm right-handed, but like, I guess I'm right-footed. Like I drive with my right foot. So maybe that's why I have more stabilization or something. Okay, let's do a couple bridges. We can do it. Let's get our feet close to our butt. Palms down. Lift yourself up. And you can always modify this, that if you want to stay here for just a few seconds, you can always do supported bridge with having a bolster, cushion, or blankets underneath your bottom here, whatever feels good for you. Okay, and I'm like off the mat too, so I'm gonna move down. Okay, ready? Second bridge. Okay, I'll take a few second break. And we'll do our last bridge. We're going to take a few deep breaths. this position, we'll just do a couple windshield wipers. Just kind of let our legs fall to one side and the other. You can have your legs pause for a few seconds on each side. Whatever feels good for you. This also, for me, gets like a little stretch in the back. So this is why this is one of my favorite twisting poses, just because I have back pain. And so it definitely helps stretch the back for sure. Okay, one more to each side. Okay, I think we earned it. Let's get into Savasana. Our legs at the corners of the mat. Palms facing up. Just take a few deep breaths. Let ourselves melt into the mat. Feel like just your body is heavy. It's all just taking that weight off of it and letting it melt into the floor. As always, you can stay here as long as you like. If you're ready to get on with the rest of your day, we're gonna roll over on our sides, get ourselves back up to sitting in a nice pose here. Our nice dog in the way. Hi, Rayleigh. She's like, why are you not petting me? Yes, I see you. She's really helping a lot. But anyway, hope this was helpful. We will see how the rest of this 30-day challenge goes. But so far, I'm feeling pretty challenged. So thank you so much for watching, and stay well, my friends.